Welcome back to my channel. The subject for today's discussion is evolution of matter versus evolution of life, or in my native language, Padartha Parinama Kramam versus Jiva Parinama Kramam. And in English, we have the age-old discussion about macrocosm versus microcosm. And in esoteric circles, they say as above, so below, meaning macrocosm is nothing but a bigger version of microcosm. So in Telugu, it's called Stula Rupa. Macrocosm is called Stula Rupa. Stula Rupa versus Sukshma Rupa. In the sense, Sukshma Rupa is nothing but microcosm. So today, in one of my previous videos, I have shown you this picture. This has, in fact, it is combination of two processes of evolution. This structure you call which is like spiraling, that is called the Fibonacci series. And the images you see behind this is basically formation of life. So there are two aspects. One is microcosmic life versus microcosmic life. Macrocosmic spirit world against the microcosmic quantum world, that is material. So when we say quantum, it is nothing but matter. How matter is made, what it is made up of is what the quantum mechanics is all about. And the thing is, these two go hand by hand. The matter and life evolve simultaneously. They coexist in the sense, in the very beginning, when Big Bang happened, there's nothing but hot gas. So in a way, there was only one single dimension. Slowly it cooled down and liquid formed. Liquid like water, what do you call fluid, which has two dimensions, has formed from the gas. Later it cooled even more and it became a three-dimensional mass. So from energy to mass, it evolved. So it is the evolution of matter. On the other hand, life started with a single cell, as I have explained in one of my very early videos. We call it the monad. Of course, monad was the first thinking organism. So monad started, it created. Monad is nothing but thinking. And dyad was thought. So monad created, thinking created thought, and thought was thinking of itself. So that was the first three-dimensional cell, we can say, but the life basically that was Christ, Jesus Christ. We call these three entities the triad. Anywhere you go, these three are called the triad or Trinity, Holy Trinity, as we call it. So, different religions have different perspective on how life began and how the matter formed. In fact, how the evolution from matter, lifeless matter, to life, and further evolution, that is first uh, the what do you call invertebrates were created. First invertebrates originated, and the example being amoeba, single cell organisms, and then multi-cell organisms like hydra. There are different phyla in the plant, the animal kingdom. And of course, we should not forget, before the life, animal life formed, the plant life formed first. So, the firmament, the earth was formed, the three-dimensional firmament was formed, and then life began because the essentials for life to exist are, in fact, we all know the five, or what do you call, the Platonic solids. First one being tetrahedron, the fire, octahedron, the air, cube, the earth, icosahedron, the water, and fifth one is of course life itself, ether. We say ether, or in Hindu concept, they say the Akasha is the father. Akasha meaning the sky. Sky is the father. Sky god is the father, and uh, earth is the mother. So life took form on earth. So first plant kingdom developed, and then the animal kingdoms with single cell organisms like amoeba developed, bacteria, and then amoeba, and after that invertebrates. Invertebrates are the ones who don't have the backbone, the bones. In fact, they don't have bones at all. So after echinodermata, the last of them, I think, that phyla. After that, slowly, the vertebrates formed. The first of the vertebrates were the aves. Aves are nothing but birds. So, after birds, reptiles were born. After reptiles, mammals were born. And mammals evolved further into human being. And this human being will some other day will naturally evolve into even better creature. So that is basic uh, evolution process. So this matter basically it went on forming one to one added to two, two added to three, three added to five, five added to three added to five, five added to three. Like it went on evolving like this in the shape of Fibonacci series. Matter developed this way, and the life started with a single cell, double cell. It went on dividing, meiosis, mitosis, we call it, two ways of division. It went on dividing, and it formed a cube. And at the cube level, basically, the and at the cube it has in a way perfected, but after that it also went on to form the into a Metatron. So all the five cubes, once all the five cubes were uh, formed, life in those shapes were formed. Ultimately, Metatron was also not. I cannot say that. We cannot say that because there were very few instances where we can say man has with his body intact entered heaven. That is nothing but Metatron. So there was only one character in the whole of history who was supposed to have entered the heaven with body. That guy is, of course, Enoch in Christian philosophy. In Hindu philosophy, of course, there is one sage called Narada. That Narada is was capable of being present in heaven as well as earth. He can be present anywhere in 14 lokas. So that was Narada. And here we have in Christian mythology we have Enoch, who was the first to have entered the heaven alive. So we can say he achieved this Metatron stage. And they say he lived for 365 years and he was no more. So it doesn't really confirm that he went to heaven and stayed there or he altogether disappeared from earth. But definitely there are accounts in Christian mythology which say he entered the heaven and he was called the young because he was the first of the men to enter the heaven. So he was the youngest in heaven. So all the beings there were already there for eons, and he entered the heaven for the first time. He was the youngest. Anyway, so that's the macrocosm. So yeah, as I told you, a macrocosmic life versus microcosmic life, we can say. So what is microcosmic life? What is macrocosmic life? We will see. What is microcosmic matter and what is macrocosmic energy? We will see. So it wouldn't be amiss to show you one picture. In fact, way back in 2009, I wrote a book in which I have basically shown the same thing. This is basically fully energy. This is our present world where two-thirds of energy is kinetic energy, one-third of energy is pure mass. In the sense, we receive light from here, and two-thirds of that light is in the form of kinetic energy here, and one-third converts into mass. Right? This is what I wrote about at that time. And similarly, scientifically, you can say, sorry, here we scientifically all the Maxwell's equations and all, they come into picture here. They satisfying all of them, the energy enters earth, the what do you call, the quantum entanglement happens here. In the sense, once it reaches this phase, it is no more energy, but it becomes mass itself. So mass, and this is 3 cube, 4 cube and 5 cube together create 6 cube. 6 cube is nothing but the Higgs boson, they say the God particle. So this is the 6-cube guy who is a God particle. In our mythological terms, we call this guy as a Kali or Kala. Kaliya. This is Kaliya, you can say. This is a God particle. So I said, it is my space is this whole thing. My what do you call, the range extends from here, from the above the earth to the uh, pure mass or the quantum world. This is the general relativity area. This is the quantum area. Einstein defined gravity, and he gave general relativity, which covers the gravity part. And here in the quantum part, Richard gave us three, the QED, in the sense quantum electrodynamics, which will cover three fundamental forces. So three forces, four forces, and this is how they convert into each other. That this is the theory of everything, basically. So the range is research space is this whole thing I told. So I don't want to brag about myself. I never do, but I just wanted to show you why what necessitated me into writing that book. So anyway, so that was what the same thing. Now we'll apply my theory to the esoteric things here. So now there was the quantum entanglement happened somewhere here. So we saw that at the second level, the Quetzalcoatl was the equivalent of Venus. So there is one Mercury below that. This was Venus. So at the range, at the uh, uh, what do you call, the border of the Venus, once you cross Venus, the quantum entanglement happens somewhere here. This is the pure mass, that is the Garbhatala, I call it the Garbhatala. In the Garbhatala, everything is solid mass. It is purely made out of rock, and then there is molten lava inside, which is nothing but, I say, one cube, the Agni part. Then comes the air part, which is nothing but the Venus. And after the Venus, before the moon, after the Venus, you have the moon, the sphere. So before, I will show you the spheres here. Here, the one cube is the Garbhatala firmament. Two cube is the next layer of air. 3 cube is moon's surface sphere. 4 cube is sun sphere. 5 cube is Betelgeuse sphere. Some time back, I have even created this. Yeah, this is basically, this is how the Antar Banu is the inner sun. Inner sun will be there, the molten lava here, and the around that there is a solid rock structure, core structure, that is the Garbhatala. And then Shukra is eight-sided star, in the sense that is air, 2 cube, nothing but 2 cube. 2 cube is 8. So this Shukra sphere is Patala. And then the Chandra's sphere is Mahatala, Chandra, and yeah, basically Earth will have formed by then. This is a sphere of Surya or Vitala. Then the Rudra sphere is Brihaspati. So those are the spheres, and the Shukra sphere ends here, and Brahaspati spheres ends somewhere here. And once you get out of this, it is a Rudra sphere ends here, and once you get out of the Rudra sphere, you enter the Rahu sphere. Rahu sphere is nothing but the, I'll show you this one here. Here, this is the Garbhatala, this is the Patala, this is the Mahatala, this is Vitala, and Brahaspati, at Shani and Rahu. So we the this Vitala, it is not quite Vitala, this should be the earth itself. Between this and Brahaspati, we have the earth probably, because earth is basically earth is represented by 7. So this is 6 squared, 7 squared will be in between these two, right? So that will be the earth. Anyway, this is the basis, core structure. So now, yeah. So this is the 1/3 part. This is the 2/3 part. This is basically the 67% kinetic energy, 1/3 or 33% the, what is the, this is the potential energy or pure mass. This is a quantum world, this is our world, this is the future world, you can say. So, and also if you can look at this, both A and B will be below the the surface, and from C onwards they will be above the surface. And then we have the lokas, the different lokas here. So this is the Garbhatala, this is the Patala, this is the what do you call Mahatala, this is Tala, this is and this is our basically sun. Let us go by the suns now. This is inner sun, this is Venus, this is moon, this is sun, this is Rudra, this is basically Kaliya, this is the Rahu. So Rahu guy, by the time we come to Rahu guy, it will be like this. One for 6, it is basically, it should have been one step below, because 14641 is 7 cube, as I have already explained. One second. Here, I will just go through that, read that. The rule for energy emanation to become a sun or Aditya is what it should be, is that it should be both a square and a cube. So the following series satisfy the condition 1 equal to 1 squared equal to 1 cube. So 1 squared and 1 cube are 1. So 1 is both a square and a cube. So this is the inner sun, the first sun. The second in the series is 64, number 64, which is equal to 8 squared and 4 cube. So it is both a square and a cube. So this is the second sun, the present sun. 729 is the third sun, in the sense 27, it is 27 squared as well as 9 cube. So 729 is the third sun. 4096 is the fourth sun, that is, it is 64 squared and 16 cube. So unless you understand this concept, you cannot understand what I am going to explain now, the hierarchy of the suns and the in fact the what do you call the divinity, the ranks. So since 27 squared is considered feminine, of course 27 squared is 27 itself is always considered a feminine aspect. 3 cube is considered a feminine aspect, because And in a way, they say this is the root cause, this is the original sin. Because of 27, the first, in the sense, the fall of Sophia happened because of 27. So it is considered a feminine entity. So the next real sun would be 16 cube. So 1 cube, 4 cube is our present sun, 9 cube is feminine, so you cannot consider it a real sun. 16 cube is the next real sun. But in our series, as we have just now seen, sorry, I have to keep this handy. Here we have seen that 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube is our present sun, 5 cube is Rudra, 6 cube is the Kaliya, 7 cube we said this is the perfect pure light, that is pure good. So, but if you look at this, the 7 cube, so 7 cube is not really a sun, but just an intermediate trisun, in the sense 7 cube plus 1, 343 plus 1 is equal to 4 cube plus 6 cube plus 4 cube. So enacts the role of sun before 16th cube could take over. So 16 cube is the next sun, P is the next sun, but 7 cube is below this. So he acts like a sun, but he is not the actual sun. I mean, he is a sun, but he is not the ultimate sun, and not purely. Still, we cannot say it is pure good order. So 7 cube is basically the combination of 4 cube, 6 cube, and 4 cube. That is 2 sun, this guy plus 2 suns. So this guy is still present here in this phase. So it is still not purely pure order, though there is lot more order here than here. Here we are in this space right now. So yeah, I deviated a bit, I think. We have covered this, so yeah, this was the first firmament, and then 2 cube was the air, 3 cube was the solid earth, and 4 cube was the basically the life started here. Yaldabaoth was born here, and from here you can see the Fibonacci series starting from here. So in a way, that is the beginning of material world. This is where when Yaldabaoth formed, he started creating the matter, the different lokas, and in fact different forms of life, and all. He started that. And then 6 cube is of course in a like a hexad. This is pentat. Rudra is pentat. Kaliya is hexad. So that is also we have covered. Now I am waiting to go into the original subject of matter. So yeah, we were here. It should have been this should have been the 1 and both 1 and 2 are below the this surface of the pyramid. From 3 will be the one which will be the and above the ground, that is the domain of moon. 4 is of course domain of light. We'll look at it in a different manner, then you can understand better. Yeah, so this is the firmament, the Garbha Tala. This is Mahatala, rather the some other Tala this is, but 3 cube has one sphere here, you see. This is the domain of moon. This was the domain of the Venus. This is the domain of Mercury. So Mercury's domain was included in Venus domain. These two were included in 3's domain. 1 plus 2 is 3. So 3 is kind of an overlord for these two worlds. So moon is the lord of the night. Moon is lord of night. Sun is lord of day. So sun's sphere is from here to here. This circle is middle circle is sun. So sun is the day of lord of day. Moon is lord of night, and then you have Rudra also. Once this 5 cube fully forms, that is, in the sense 15 squared is fully formed, then who is the lord of 15 squared? 15 squared's lord is basically Rahu. Rahu is the Tala, basically the firmament. Krishna is the Yuga Purusha, and Christ is the Aditya. Aditya is nothing but sun. So the pure suns are 1 cube, 4 cube, and here that is why, yeah, I told you all this just because I wanted to explain the hierarchy here. So this was the moon's sphere, this was sun's sphere, this from here to here was Garuda sphere, Garuda or Rahu sphere, and once you enter Rahu, go to Rahu, then it is pure energy. It is in the form of pure energy, energy emanations. It is not in the form of mass or fluid, like what our world is combination of matter and energy, kinetic energy. That is, here it was pure mass. Mass is completely potential energy, and here this is purely energy emanations. That is, these are kind of spiritual beings. So after Rahu, there is 7 cube here, as you can see. 7 cube is not a pure sun. Still there is some darkness here. But P is pure energy emanation, in the sense P cube is the one which is the next sun, P cube. That is 16 cube, not 7 cube is an intermediate god, the sun, and this 16 square, the P, is again a pure sun. So after P you have, of course, X above P, above X you have Y, above Y you have Z, and that is Z, and above Z you will have the NN, what I used to call NN, I call it BA now. Why, I would explain right away. Let me once structure. Yes, this is what the actual topic for today. This is the topic for today. And before starting the actual topic, let me tell you something. If any of you are interested in Sanatana Dharma, then you can learn Sanskrit and study Vedas and Puranas. They will contain everything you look for. But I preach Nutana Dharma, not Sanatana Dharma. Vardhamana Dharma also I cover, but mainly the onus is on Nutana Dharma or New Age, New Testament. So basically, if you are interested in Sanatana Dharma, you can learn Sanskrit and study all the Vedas, Upanishads, Vedanta, Puranas, everything is completely recorded. In fact, it is written in Sanskrit. They are available in many channels. So you can study that if you are interested in Sanatana Dharma. But if you are interested, if you want to know about the Sanatana Dharma, I'm not the guy for you. That's what I wanted to clarify. So I preach only the Nutana Dharma and to some extent the Vartamana Dharma or the present age. That is why I think in the movie, what do you call the Matrix movie, the hero is called Neo. He is called, in fact, Neo. Neo. Why Neo? Why the hero was called Neo? There is a reason why the hero was called Neo. Because he is the one who knew the future, who knew how our world will evolve into. What our world evolved into, he knew beforehand. So he was called Neo. So with that, let us delve into this subject. Actually, this is very interesting subject. Please pay attention. It's really kind of key to the nature. Structure of prime numbers. What are prime numbers? Prime numbers are in fact provide all the necessary information about the universe in a nutshell. They are the most important encrypted codes that provide all the necessary information to understand the present, past, and future. In fact, the prime numbers are the story of evolution. They are basically the milestones of evolution. Once you go through, you watch this video till the end, you would have understood how we became what we are today and what we will become in future. So please pay attention. So the structure of prime numbers, the serial number of prime number is the level of firmament. The actual prime number denotes the life form which has two parts. The first of which is the level of firmament and second being the number of planets in the system. Example, VI, let us take, you will understand what VI is later. So I represent the numbers with the letters in our English alphabets, right? And including diphthongs. And today I will show you how it should, the whole structure should be little later. So this VI is basically its serial number is 100. Serial number is 100. 541 is basically the prime number. So this 100 represents even the serial number could be divided into two parts. This 10 represents the 10th dimension. I yesterday briefly touched upon dimensions. I think I will explain once again. So this is the 10th dimension, and in the 10th dimension, this is the 100th, basically from the beginning, this is the 100th firmament. And here, this is 541 is a life form, and it has one planet, one last part, 54 are the steps. The steps of the pyramid we have seen, those will be 54 here, and there will be only one planet in that system. So that is briefly about it. Once I explain using the prime numbers list, you will understand. 100th prime number denoted by Vi is the 54th firmament, which has only one planet host life by 541, and it has one planet and 54 steps in the pyramid. Now let us go to the most important of all uh, uh, slides. In fact, this is the slide giving the details of prime numbers from 1 to 56. So earlier I have explained this even earlier, but we will look at it in a new perspective today. As I told you just now, the 1 is a serial number and is nothing but the number of firmament. This is the very beginning of the matter. This is the first formed matter, in the sense it passed the gaseous phase, the liquid phase, and it became matter. So that is the matter, in the sense 1 you can as well say is the quantum world. Below 1 it is quantum world. 1 is the beginning of the atom. So this is, you can say, an atom, like the beginning of matter, in fact. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9 firmaments they formed. This being matter, this is basically, second one is the life. So I told you they go hand in hand. This material world, in fact I showed you the pentad figure, I think, right here. Yeah, here this material world started and forming, and it went on spiraling in the shape of following the Fibonacci series, right? That is the basically firmament. This is how the firmament started, and the Yaldabaoth created the firmament. So of those firmaments he created, this was the first one. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like till 9. Till 9 were single dimensional. That is, they were still even what do you call, gaseous only. 10th firmament was the first one which had two dimensions, in the sense it contained water, air and water. Air, basically it contained air. So till here it was only agni, or the fire. From here it was the air guy started, and from 10 to 19 there were aquatic, I mean the what do you call now, the liquid. Till 19 it was only two dimensional, till 19. From 20 the three dimensions started, from 20, and from 20 to 29 they were all three dimensional. From 30 to 40 the fourth dimension, 39 there were four-dimensional firmaments. From 40 and so on, it goes on. So from 40, let us say 49, it is five-dimensional, and from 50 to 69, it is six-dimensional. So that is how the firmament have evolved. So you can say from A to I, it was just a gaseous phase. From J to uh, S, it was the fluid or liquid stage. From T to, let's say, Ca. Yeah, now a new concept came into the discussion. Actually, I didn't explain about this. Now, once Z is 26th letter, we all know. So once Z is over, earlier I didn't know what to call the 27th one, 28th one. 28th one, I called it NN, because that is, of course, NN in the why I called it NN was, it is 28 is nothing but 14 plus 14. So that was NN. I called it NN. Anyway, so now we have, till yesterday I explained about the single letters and diphthongs only. But what about, let us say, a syllable called ba? Ba is BA. If you write the English syllable ba in English, it will be BA. So we were missing these. So for every letter, if you add A at the end, that will give you a syllable from Indian languages. In Indian languages, we have ka, ka, ga, ga. Like ka is in fact Ka, ga is Ga, cha is Ca. Like that, we have words in Indian languages. So if you want to decrypt those syllables, then you need to have this structure. So after Z, it will start all over with A, but this is long A. So if this is A, this is A, this is A, this in Indian language, this is the long A. So this is ba in this is, only B is B, but this is ba. So these are in a way the long letters. So A, B, B, and yeah. So we encountered this first time we encountered this. That is why. So 30th letter is DA. So you can say from T to DA, CA, it is the third three-dimensional world. From DA to MA, it is fourth dimensional. NA to WA, it is fifth dimensional. From XA onwards, it is sixth dimensional. That is the about the firmaments. And let us see what is our firmament. What is the present day in the sense, in fact, this is the about the old age in the sense Sanatana Dharma. This is the Sanatana Yoga's firmament was 13. 13 is the firmament of, that is denoted by letter M. This is the Sanatana Yuga's firmament, the earth of the Sanatana Yuga, in the days of Sanatana Yuga. So, and this is our guy. N is Mother Sophia, and this is all about my theory. My theory is all about N. And basically, Mother Sophia is 14, and Once this firmament is over, this yuga is over, that is Sanatana Yuga is over, the Vardhamana Yuga and further 14 will be the firmament for the Vardhamana Yuga, and later some other firmament may come. O may come later, or O may come, P may come even later. But what I mean is, this is the firmament, the next step of evolution in matter, in the material world. This is nothing but this is nothing but the firmament. Firmament meaning evolution of matter. 13 is old now. 14 is the new firmament. 15 will be future firmament. So let us stop there. So now let us go to the second of the what I explained. No, here. The second one, the serial number part we have covered. The serial number of prime number is the level of firmament. The actual prime number, next comes the actual prime number, has two parts, the first of which is the level of firmament, and the second being the number of planets in the system. Sorry. So, if you go here, the second, let us take the actual, let us for example take our very own the present age, 13.7, let us say. So what does 13.7 mean? It has two parts, 13 and 7. Earlier we already discussed about the number, the last digit being the number of planets. There are 7 planets, and 13 we did not, we knew that just knew that there were 13 steps in the pyramid. That's it. For there were 7 levels and 13 steps. That's it. But what is this 13? Now we know what this 13 is. This 13 is nothing but M. So as long as this 7, the pyramid has 13 steps, this will be the firmament. This is basically the Sanatana Yuga. 33 is the Sanatana Yuga, which is the age of M, O and M, Om. Om is the Sanat, that is why Om is the Sanatana Dharma. Now the Vardhamana Yuga is this one. And of course, very true to the sense, this is called GA. GA is nothing but Gaia. Gaia is the Mother Earth. Mother Earth is called Gaia, and this was Gaia. M is Gaia. And then in the present Vardhamana Yuga, that is 34, it has 13 steps, 9 floors, meaning 9 planets, and 13 steps in the sense 13 is the firmament. This is the M is the firmament. Still, the Vardhamana Yuga also has firmament, as M as firmament, and so yeah, as long as this 34th age is in what do you call, we are in, as long as we are in the 34th age, then 13 will still continue to be the earth, in the sense the crust, the firmament rather. So I hope you completely understood what the serial number is, what the last digit of this thing is, the prime number is, what the first digits of the prime number are, mean, everything. So this is denoted by Ha. Ha is nothing but H is the sun. The eighth energy emanation, 8 square, is the sun. So 8 square, 8 squares age. This is basically sun's age. Ha is nothing but sun. Ga is nothing but earth. Now, I hope it is making more sense, right? You can observe. Earlier, we didn't know that this is Gaia. As long as we had some weird nomenclature, then we couldn't make out the sense. Everything here is in the language, the letters, the syllables. The syllables have deep meaning. Ga is Gaia, Ha is Sun, the Horus. This is still the age of Horus. And then comes the next age, which is actually 15th. Here the firmament was missing here somehow. I had to jumble a lot of things. So here the firmament is actually 35. That it should have been 35. So the 35 is missing somehow. 35 is the new age basically. So this 35 would have had 40. Let us see. Yeah, the three is missing somehow. Half of 3 is missing. It's not completely visible. So this is the 35th prime number. 35th prime number. Once we reach this age, then we will have 9 planets, 14 steps. 14 is nothing but the 14th firmament. That is material. The earth will be 14th firmament, or Mother Sophia's firmament, that what I call the Mother Saraswati, will be the Bhumi, called lake. So far it is GA, HA right now, and then IA. So you can easily understand why Earth is called Gaia now. This is GA, the 33rd. This is IA, 35th. So GA, continuously Gaia. Now Gaia makes sense. Gaia is our present world. So that means we are on the verge of entering the 14th firmament. That is why I say I advocated that the mantra now for the present age should be Aum, not Om. Om is the old age. O is old age. UN is the new age. Yun, actually it should be Yun, but there is this diphthong called OU. So the transitional period between O to U, the firmament will be N, and UN will be the new mantra. And if you take the diphthong, the transition period also into account, it will be Aun, O-U-N. So yeah. So this is the 14th, N is the firmament. They go on changing. In fact, see, when you enter the 36, the age of Janaloka, probably Janaloka is 15th, the Jana Loka will be from Ja to Na. So 36 to 40, it will be Jana Loka, I hope. So this Jana Loka has 15th firmament, that is O. O would have become a firmament. The 15th firmament would have formed by then, and so on. So I will not continue on this. The one interesting thing is for me, at least, is PA. P is my number 42. I associate my identity with 42. So this 42 is has 18th firmament, in the sense R. R is correctly, R is basically is symbol of Isis. Isis, in the sense kind of Sophia in the middle world, not lower world. M is still lower world. This R is basically, this is not 28, this is 18. Some errors have crept in after I edited. I am damn sure who is doing this, about who would have done this. This is 18, R is 18, and R18, number 18 is always Isis, or the good mother, the heavenly mother. So 18 Isis, and one is basically the one planet, 18th firmament. R is 18, and yeah, what else is important? I hope you have understood about the concept of firmament, first serial number being firmament, and the the last digit being the planet, and the digits before that being the firmament, right? In the prime number, of course. Uh, Now, let us move on to the third aspect. The third aspect is basically, this is the first firmament, this is the 10th firmament. So from here to 23, these are the forms of life which do not need air. They don't need to breathe. They can just live like that. You see, bacteria is there. Bacteria is alive, but it doesn't either breathe. You can't even differentiate between the inorganic matter and the bacteria. They just lie there, right? No activity, no breathing, no drinking, no nothing, right? So that is the kind of life forms from 2 to 23. Those are the kind of life forms. From 29 to, let us say, 37, not 37, we should go by the firmament. So from 29 to 19th firmament is this one. From 29 to 67, these animals or the life forms would be the next evolved life forms which will breathe. So till 67. From 71 to, let us say, 109, these will as well drink. So most probably these are the aquatic animals. So these 1 to 23 are bacteria-like things, which don't need even to breathe, and from 29 to the 67, they are kind of just they breathe, but they don't drink. From 71 to till here, they even drink. So 108. Now we will see the other, and I hope you understand. And from 20th, see 113 to 167, these are fully formed uh, human beings, I hope. These are the human beings, 1 to till 167, and from 173 to let's say 221, these are the higher evolved human beings. So you can clearly relate to the numbers here. 221, let us say this is 227. 227 is basically the firmament, the 49th firmament, and 227 is kind of higher life, right? And from 229 onwards, we have even the continue from 229 onwards, 277, the even higher, and from 281 to 347, different kind of evolved creatures. 349 to 401, different kind of creatures. And from 409 to 461, different kind. From 463 to 423, different kind. This is ultimately the ultimate. I mean, so far what I could come up with, this is the ultimate being. So let's see if I have covered this thing. 57, 98, 100. Okay, 100. This is 101. Yeah, it is. This is even beyond that. So yeah, let us see from till here one more, and till here another, from 120 to 129, till here another, from 130 to 139 another, 140 to 149 another, 150 to till 156 is the one where I have ended. It is strangely 911. So you see, this is the limit where the limit is crossed. The energy emanation of ZU is the ultimate energy emanation for now, I think. I don't know if there can exist any emanation above that. So when we look at these figures, when you look at the life form, when it crosses digits, in the sense here 7 became 11, 2 digit. So definitely this is a transition in life, in the sense till here there don't even have one dimension, zeroth dimension. This is from 11 to 11 to what do you call 11 to 100, 97. 11 to 97, they do have the second dimension. From 101 to let's say 96, 199, 199, 101 to 199, they are three dimensional. 211 to 211 to 293, they are fourth dimension. 307 to 397, fifth dimension. And 401 to 499, sixth dimension. 500 and above, seventh dimension. So only after you reach this one, the 96 figure, 96, you will have the sixth dimension. The Ri, or the 96th emanation, is the first one to have entered the sixth dimension. And yeah, even later we have, right? So we'll go through that. So here, from there till here, so EO till PO, FO, till FO will be the first one which has seventh dimension, and this will be the first to have eighth dimension, 126. So this number 126 is corresponding perfectly with the seventh dimension. I told you 7 cube is at that stage 14641. 14641 from the Pascal's triangle corresponds to 701. 701 is nothing but the first seven dimensional creature. So 701, after 701 we have here 809, 140th is the ninth dimension, and somewhere here U is 10th dimension. So U is 10th dimension. After 10th dimension I have covered only till 911, that is a ZU. ZU is zoo. Zoo is zoo. Let us say zoo and yes. If you combine, what is yes? We will see. Yes. Uh, e S E S E. SE is 71. I don't know. Yes, ES also we should have for ES also, but we haven't gone that far. I think that syllable, ES syllable is still we haven't covered. So let us stop here. So zoo, or it could be Zeus, or I don't know. So this guy is the ultimate till here. This guy is perfect 10th dimension. Of course, U itself reaches the 10th dimension, but this is the 10th dimension. That means the, let me show you here. We were talking about this 14641 or 7 cube. 7 cube was the first 8th dimension guy, and 1 5 10 10 5 1 guy is the Zeus in the Zeus 911 guy. 911 or what? Let's see. Here Zoo is 911, U is 97, 156 is his number. So that guy is nothing but the 10th dimensional guy, 1 5 10 20 and 15 5. This is the one I skipped one dimension. 1 5 10 10 5 1. This E corresponds to this level. So I stopped here. Basically from here to here, that is the range of Rahu. So I stopped there. Basically the first and second worlds report to this 3 square guy, the sorry 3 cube guy. 1 and 2 report to Chandra, and uh, 3 reports to 4. Basically 3 plus 4 report to 7. So 3 is lord of the night or the dark matter basically, and 7 is lord of both the mass, that is the lower worlds, from right from the Garbhatala to uh, Shani. He lords over all the domain from 1 to 7. Rahu is the ruler, and these 3 and 4 basically, 3 being the lord of the lower world, the lord of the night, 4 being the lord of day. Both that is exactly what the character of Seth is supposed to do. He helps 4 in uh, going around the earth during night in the boat. So he helps for in fighting the Kaliya. This guy is Kaliya. He gobbles up all any kind of light that comes his way. He gobbles it. So this guy is pure matter, as I have shown you in my theory. Uh, I have shown you, right. Let me go once again, show you once again here. This is the pure one. This is a 1 5 10 one guy. This is Rahu. Oh my God, this guy is torturing me. Okay, uh, this guy Rahu is here. This basically the red circle you see around this world and this world is what Rahu does. That is why basically I called it Prasad space. So this is the Rahu guy. Rahu man, once he realizes his full potential, achieves his full, acquires his full potential, he will control this whole sphere, right from here, the Christ, to the Antarbhanu. Antarbhanu is the one cube. So he lords over all this. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for today. I think I covered everything. I hope you understood. This is, in fact, very, very important video. Please pay attention and try to understand. Thank you very much for watching the video. Let us meet some other time. Bye.